Hey everybody, it's Lauren Brown, also known as Raggedyroyal on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and now YouTube. And today we're here with an interesting video. I'm not sure what to expect from this one. I'm going to be confirming or denying and just basically speaking about your influencer assumptions. And like always, I got these assumptions off of my Instagram story. That's where I asked for these sorts of conversations, these sorts of submissions. We have about 16. We're going to jump right into it. Okay, number one. They don't really like the same aesthetic, they just do it for views. Okay, now this one I cannot say is true or untrue because it's both. It depends. Obviously, the thing about aesthetics and how styles and things like that is they come and go in trends. So right now there's the whole trend of the soft music in the background, waking up, the person makes their bed, puts the smoothie on, showers, like that sort of thing. That's a lot of content that I'm seeing. It's kind of like go through my daily routine with me, my nightly routines with me. So I will say I've seen a lot of the same aesthetic of white and grays, calm sage greens, but it doesn't necessarily mean that people are doing it just for views. Some people are. Some people say, well, I'm going to move with the trends. Some people are inspired by that. I'm not really one of those people who's going to make the bed my routine, but I thought I was doing some day in the life content, just based off, seeing, it's kind of cool when you see other people's lives. So it's a combination of people trying to go viral, people seeing trends and being genuinely inspired of them, and then sometimes it's just coincidence. Sometimes it's just coincidence. Some people just multiple people like the minimalist look. Multiple people like the maximalist look. Sometimes it's just coincidence. So I'd say it's a mix up of both. You have to make that your everything. You have to think about your image overall. That's true. I would say that's true. Just being a public figure, just having a lot of people look at you, you do kind of have to think about things in a different way. Language that you use, what you post, what you promote, all those sorts of things all go into that. So yes, you do have to make that. Not that you have to make that your everything, but everything does kind of have to tie into that and play into that, and be more mindful than maybe a person who's working, a job that's not putting themselves out there for millions of people every single day. So that's true. When influencers barely post anymore, they have a secret job. The word secret here is doing wonders for this sentence. I want to say not true. I mean, it could be true. I don't think it's a secret job. I think that there is a entitlement of how we feel when we see people on the internet, where it's like, oh, well, you show me all your updates, so you should show me this. So I don't necessarily think that something is secret just because somebody didn't share it with you. Why would they tell you their job? I don't really talk about my job. I don't want nobody showing up to my job, that sort of thing. So I'm going to say that that's not true, but I'm also going to, just for the word secret, but I'm also going to say that it's not true because people get depressed. People get burnt out. People get tired. People get other opportunities. It might be school. It might not be work. It might be something else. They got a new relationship. They had a kid. Influencing and putting yourself out there every single day on the internet takes a lot of effort and a lot of time and a lot of work. So I'm not going to say that necessarily they always have a secret job. They might just have something else going on. Pray for them. Number 4. Influencers make enough to afford luxury goods. This is another one that's you can't confirm or deny. Every single influencer does not make enough to have luxury goods, especially with the wage gap of black influencers and non-black influencers. There's a super big wage gap, and I think that is something that I see a lot, especially on TikTok, where somebody will just make they'll make TikToks or be an influencer, and then all the comments are just automatically assuming they're rich. No, that's not how that works. So while a lot do make enough to afford luxury goods, a lot don't. Number 5, you need a lot of disposable money and time to create good content. I'll kind of side with that one. Now that you need a lot of money, you probably do need a lot of time just to get the quality that you want. But you don't necessarily need a lot of money. There's a lot of ways to be resourceful. I still haven't gotten a YouTube camera. Y'all is still on my phone. So there's ways to be resourceful, but I think it's definitely a privilege to be able to create content because, at the end of the day, I still have a phone to record on. And a phone to take pictures on, to have an Instagram following, to ask for all these questions. So there definitely is a privilege. Disposable money and time does absolutely help. So I'm going to go ahead and say that one's true. I'll say that's true. Some are mean, some are genuine. Yeah, that's kind of like all people. Some are mean, some are genuine. These are just people who happen to post on the internet. It's just a subsection. It's some soccer players are mean, some soccer players are genuine. Yeah, so that's absolutely true. Y'all recommend products even if they suck for money. Okay, this is a hard one. First of all, I think that a lot of the times we forget that what works for somebody might not work for somebody else. So you may say, oh, this product sucked and they just promoted it for money, but they might have genuinely liked it. But do some influencers promote products that they do not like for money? Yes, they do. They do. Trust me. So that's true. But there's a lot of situations where that's not true. Y'all don't spill how much you make, cause y'all don't spill how much. Y'all don't spill how much you make. I don't think I wrote this right, but I think the question was, y'all don't spill how much you make and are getting paid because you don't want to get sued. That's true. First of all, I just don't think that you should just tell people on the internet how much you get paid. I just think that's like a really bad idea. But also, we do sign contracts that sometimes have non-disclosure agreements, or just like ask that you don't share how much you get paid. But even if I didn't have those contracts, I wouldn't say how much I get paid. I think that's weird. But yes, that is true. Some legal documents do bind us to silence on that. They assume 100. Oh, this is from influencer. They assume 168,000 followers is $168,000. Yeah, that kind of goes to what I was speaking about before. Like, your favorite influencer is probably not making as much as you think they are, because you're probably basing it off of like the top white influencers, and it's such a big gap, But yeah, interesting. Having your work stolen and them going viral and not being credited for it makes you want to quit. Now, this is something that I have a lot of history in. My looks get stolen all the time, and especially by bigger creators, and they go viral and I don't get credited. Not that it makes you want to quit, but it does make you angry, and I don't like, when people try to police other people's feelings on that, because I did a look and it got stolen by one of the biggest influencers in the industry, and had millions and millions of followers, and now they're recreating my look and tagging you. It's really terrible thing to do. It doesn't make you want to quit, but it doesn't make me want to quit, but it does make you angry. And after a while, I guess it would make you want to quit. Like, it's really disparaging. So I'm just never gonna get the credit for what I deserve. But if somebody does the same exact thing as me, then they get it. Yeah, that sucks. Y'all became an influencer by accident. Some people do become an influencer by accident. Like, they just want to make videos on TikTok or on Instagram or whatever, and then they just get traction. I didn't become an influencer by accident. I started my Instagram because I wanted to post pictures of my looks. I used to do them on Snapchat, and I was like, I need like a standalone gallery, so that you could just go on there and scroll. So that's why I made my Instagram. But I did want followers. It was kind of a innate thing of okay, I want people to see it now. So I didn't become an influencer by accident. Also, it's kind of hard to become an influencer by accident, depending on with big numbers, because the way algorithms are set up and analytics are set up is you kind of have to be a little bit strategic. So I'm gonna say that that's not true. Y'all are supposed to be nice, extroverted, and personable people. Yeah. On any given day, I have 500,000 people looking at me, so I want to be a good person. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like everybody's supposed to be, nice people. But in terms of, I hate the word nice, kind people. Nice is just so, nice is just one of those compliments that's it's a throwaway compliment. When you don't have anything to say about somebody, you say they're nice. I say, yeah, we're supposed to be kind. Extroverted, a lot of influencers are introverted. I actually went on an influencer brand trip. So I met a lot of people in person, and you can kind of see who they are as a person more when you meet them in person rather than being on the phone, obviously. But a lot of people are not extroverted. They are just very good at talking to the camera, but talking to other people, they just can't do. And personable, yeah, you have to be personable. It's not just about recording the content, but also you have to factor in the amount of people that I have to talk to on a daily basis, whether it be my DMs, questions in the comments. You're gonna have to be a personal person. And I add impatient. I'd add impatient for sure. You have to be a very personal and patient person, and a kind person. But some people are not kind, and that also gets them a following. But more people are hate watching them. So keep that in mind. There are people who are, more nasty, problematic, whatever you want to call them, and they have large followings, but people are hate watching them. So it's kind of the same thing. But I'm gonna side with that. Yeah. Prettier faces don't have to work as hard. Yeah, I guess that is absolutely true. I feel like that's kind of true for a lot of things, not just influencing, but a lot of things in life, but especially influencing, because most of the social media content that you're taking in, you're seeing with your eyes. So if you're more attractive, then that it's helpful. Influencers just post their life as it happens and don't plan out content. We see absolutely not. Sometimes I post like even simple things like going on a hike. I posted going on a hike one time last year. I went on the hike in like April. I posted it in like June. Instagram stories bring me a lot of stress, and it always takes me a long time to actually like sit down and post the stories. So absolutely not. Influencers do not post their life as they go. I didn't post anything from the Benefit Cosmetics trip till I got already home in my bed. Wasn't even in California anymore. So absolutely not. Pretty much anything you see on my social media is at least a day behind. Mostly because one, safety, but two, it takes a long time to get it right. Like I cannot enjoy the moment, take the content and edit the content and make it look how I want to in the same time that I'm trying to enjoy what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? Bucket list items, those could be months old. Like you can always just tell by my hair color, basically. That's how you tell. But absolutely not. Influencers do not post their life as it goes. I don't even know how people post the look the same day they did it. Some people do, but most people, no. It's all planned out. You make your living more from sponsorships than ad revenue. Absolutely. Sponsorships and paid brand deals make a lot more than AdSense or TikTok creator funds, so absolutely. The last one is, I assume most don't make a living wage and have to supplement with another job. This is true because when you think of an influencer, you think of, the bigger followings, but there's influencers that have like 3,000 across all platforms and they still can make bank. Like, don't get it twisted. People with small followings still make bank, but a lot of people with small followings don't make bank. So this is absolutely true. Most influencers don't make a living wage. And they do have to supplement with another job. So yeah, that's absolutely true. But those are all. I ran through it. And I also have no eyelashes on today. For the first time in my YouTube history because they don't match and I just wasn't dealing with that. But thank you so much for sending in all the assumptions. That was kind of like an interesting thing to talk about. Let me know what assumptions you have down in the comments below, or anything that you thought was true and it wasn't, or you thought it wasn't true and it was true. Let me know in the comments down below. Let's have a conversation about it. Subscribe to see more of my face and more content like this and all the other content that I do. I usually do makeup and talk about my piercings and talk about being an influencer, things of that nature. So if you want to stick around for that, absolutely do. If you want to see me on any other platforms, they're all at Raggedyroyal. On Twitter, I converse on Twitter. Instagram, you want to go see my looks, and TikTok, want to see my looks or see my bucket list content. I'm actually doing a senior year bucket list. I already did a summer bucket list where I basically just try different things, which include paella, axe throwing, trapeze, things of that nature. So go check me out on there. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a like and I'll see y'all in the next one. I wish I could tell you what it is. I'm on this whole spree of like filming a lot of videos but not editing them, so just look in the little cards. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.